Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwantner with Selling Power TV. Today we continue our conversation with Barry Traylor, and we talk about mastery and metrics. Welcome, Barry.
Thanks. Good to be back. The thing we ended with yesterday was this notion of like a track coach and metrics specifically. And what I was saying is, if all you have are the end results, you know, our team is coming in last or this individual is coming in last, all you can really say is try harder,
right.
You know, run faster.
Right.
But, you know, today, and we'll come back to CRM and the analogy, but in track they have, you know, split times, they know they have pressure, they can tell how fast and how hard they came out of the blocks, and, and you can actually peak too early, you can peak too late, and so you start looking at those things, and you know, I referenced briefly Chariots of Fire, where the guy said, I think if you raise your knees a quarter of an inch higher, you know, that kind of thing, where you're giving specific feedback that says, just try this, and we're going to focus on this. You know, we don't have to work on it. You're doing fine, but work on this. And then you can see what the results are. You know, is there a correlation?
Actually, there's a relationship with the track and field that the more time you spend on stretching, the faster speeds you achieve during the running.
Absolutely, stretching is very important.
And that is the same in selling. The more you stretch your mind to the possibilities you have on the call, the more possibilities you actually uncover.
Well, and I think you can even extend that metaphor. The more you stretch out of your comfort zone, because that's what happens. And you know, one of the things you said before we got started about kidding around and being childlike is, you know, at play. That's actually an indication of a master. And it's a very high level of play. Is the willingness to risk looking foolish among your peers.
It's what comes to my mind is the Dalai Lama. He likes to joke, he likes to kid, he likes to giggle, he likes to have fun.
Absolutely.
And it's that creativity that makes a master when they go beyond the craft, they move to the art.
Well, and you know, there was conversation about that over the last couple of conferences, and it's sort of ongoing. Are we trying to impress too much science, or do we have enough science?
Or do we have too much process that inhibits the creativity?
And I think that's... I think everybody has an opinion about it, but I don't think it's really been tested. There are other places we can look that suggest that that's not how it works. And, you know, like John Wooden was what they call him, the Wizard of Westwood, you know, a magnificent basketball coach. And he just focused on the basics over and over and over and over again. And their execution of those things, and by imposing that kind of regimen during a game, it actually freed the guys up to be more creative.
Well, I want to zoom back. You mentioned a coach. We interviewed Pat Riley, and he says the more metrics are introduced to the game, the more the players improved,
and the less they have to think about, and the more they have to play with, literally play. In fact,
it frees them up for creative players.
One of the outstanding athletes that was quoted in that article way back when talked about, if you look on it as work, you won't get anywhere. He said, I learned that lesson. I used to work, now I play. You know, there's this great line, this is way too important to be taken so seriously. Is everybody's like, you know, intense and again, I think they're confusing intensity with focus. I played a lot of baseball growing up, and I'm still a fan of baseball. I don't know any baseball players who are saying, I can't wait for my career to be over so I can start managing.
That's right.
You know, you see guys coming back, and look at Brett Favre, he keeps, you know, is he coming back again? It's because they love what they're doing, and they excel at what they're doing.
There are really two things. One is the discipline of the game, and the other one is the joy of the execution.
Absolutely.
And Cal Ripken is another example. Wonderfully disciplined, but also very creative and having a lot of fun doing it.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Barry. We're going to continue tomorrow with one more segment where we talk about how to create a hero from within.